Hello, guys. I am so happy. It's another Wednesday. Today's CEO is Tori. She is Beat It by Tori owner. She is going to come on here and tell us about her amazing custom jewelry, as well as obviously her story. She has so much to share, so many life experiences that I can't wait to ask her about with our attention grabber questions. But as always, you already know, make sure you check out all her pages, like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel, everything to support this amazing CEO. Make sure you stay tuned after the intro to listen to our interview. Welcome back, guys. You already know I told you today is another amazing CEO. I will be introducing Tori. She's an amazing custom jewelry designer, y'all. Sorry, words. But I'm not going to do too much talking. You already know I'm going to leave the floor open for her to introduce herself, tell us a little bit about her journey, and we'll just dive into these questions. So obviously, thank you so much for doing this for me. I'm super excited to get to know you and more things that you want to share with us. But first, tell us who you are, what you do, and we'll just go from there.
Well, hello. My name is Tori Sumter. I'm the creator and founder of Beat It by Tori, which is, like you said, a custom jewelry design. I make anklets, bracelets, waist beads, pretty much anything that can be beaded, I can create. I've made lanyards. I also am a teacher, so Beat It by Tori is kind of my little side business. Everybody in my family kind of jokes and says like I'm the hustling Raheem of the family. I have like 20 jobs going on, but I'm also a teacher, my 9 to 5. I teach pre-K. I've been doing that for about 12 years. And then I have Beat It by Tori. And then I've also launched my makeup services, which is Beauty by Tori, but that's just up and coming. Um, so that's pretty much about me.
Okay, teacher. It's funny. I started out as a pre-K para for a year. That was cool. And then I was a second grade teacher. So that's kind of dope. I love that.
Okay.
Okay, teachers unite.
Yeah.
So tell me what inspired you. I totally get having so many different pots in my hands and everything. What inspired you to start your jewelry aspect?
Well, it was something that me and my mom did together growing up. My mom also beads. Sorry, that's the baby. Sorry, that's the baby in the back. Okay. But my mom also beads as well. So that was something that we did as a bonding activity together. So she pretty much is the one that started me beading. So I would see her sit down and make necklaces and bracelets. And at first I was kind of like, eh. But then when I saw her creating certain pieces, then I sat beside her and she started showing me how to do it. And then it kind of took off from there.
Okay, so what would you say is one of your most favorite pieces to make, or do you have something that you specialize in?
I really enjoy making the bracelets.
Okay.
I really do because you can, and I make everything with gemstones. So I
Okay.
really ask people like when they're placing the order, is there something that you need help with?
Mhm.
Like as far as energy wise, something that you want to have on your body so that way I can really customize a piece to them based on the gemstones that they want. I'm like
Sorry.
creating the bracelets because I can really match it to people's energy or just things that they may be struggling with. And then I also know you did an interview with Simone. So
Mhm.
Simone helps me even customize them even more because we do the photo charms together.
Mhm.
So I get to add that little piece on there for them. So that's really something that I really enjoy doing. And I started actually this month doing like in memory bracelets. So someone
Okay.
that lost a loved one, we could do like their birthstone, maybe their favorite color, and then attach their picture onto there.
I love that. That is
Yeah.
so nice. Would
Hmm.
you say that in your time of, as a business owner, we always get down or, we lose our motivation? Would you say that being able to give someone that experience of just a heartfelt keepsake keeps you motivated, or do you have something else that motivates you?
No, I definitely feel like that is, motivation. Just, being able to give them something that when they look down at their arm reminds them of, their loved one. And sometimes I just do it for people that I know have lost someone. I won't charge them. I'll just give it to them as a little keepsake. And just to see them, be like, thank you so much. This helped me through this time. It really does touch your heart. So that kind of keeps me going, because as a business owner, sometimes one from month to month you might not make a sale, you may make a sale. So sometimes in your mind you get those thoughts like, what am I doing this for? Am I really wasting my time? But then when you see your business really helping someone else out, it kind of does keep you going.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I think that it's it's definitely interesting. When I have conversations with different people, I always talk about how each person I've been able to interview has a different story of when their motivation was lost, for
Mhm.
lack of a better term. And it's important to have these discussions, and talk about that it is going to be hard, and that
Mhm.
there are things that you have to hold on to in order to continue going, and make sure that you're still giving that gift of your passion, your interest to people. But that may be thinking too deep into it. Everybody thinking that. But um, let's see. Do you have someone? I guess your mom. So you said you watched your mom. Would you consider her your mentor? And were there things that she kind of taught you about business, if she did, that you didn't agree with, or that you changed over time? That's a loaded question. So let me know if I need to repeat it.
Well, I would say my mom was the inspiration to start the business, because she just be as a hobby.
Right.
So that's how I got into it, like just making stuff for people, like if it was their birthday or something like that. And then I would wear them on my arm too. And then when I would go out to the grocery store, then people would ask me like, "Oh my God, I really love your bracelets. Where did you get them from?" And I would just like, "Well, I made them." So that kind of sparked in my mind like, "Oh my gosh, if people are asking me while I'm out, who made them, if I can get cards, I could really turn this into a profit." So I'm the one that kind of pushed our bond activity to the next level, and
Right.
actually made it a business.
And how did you learn about it? So for someone new that is interested in doing anything business wise, what did you look to in order to kind of gain that knowledge for your business platform?
Really, to be honest, Google Google was my best friend, because
Yeah.
like my mom was just the inspiration
Mhm.
to get me there. She taught
Yeah.
me how to secure everything. Like even now, if I have a question, if somebody orders something and it's something that I haven't made, I'll go to her like, "Mom, what do you think, I should use? What materials should I use?"
Mhm.
But then to get the business model, I just really went to Google like how to set things up, how to
Mhm.
market, on social media,
Mhm.
different things like that. And I'm still learning. I still don't even have a website set
Mhm.
up. So, it's still a work in progress. So, and then also talking to friends, other friends that have been businesses. It might not be in the jewelry business, but
Mhm.
I have friends that make cakes, and they have a drink business. My cousin owns a mobile bartending business. So
Oh,
just really, networking with them to see what works with them, what works for them, and how can I use their advice for my business.
okay. How long have you had your business?
I've had it for 4 years now,
Years.
going on 4
Okay.
years.
And you
Yeah.
said you started your makeup service line. What inspired you to do that?
Well, I love everything fashion. Really, instead of being a teacher, I really probably should have did something in fashion, like a stylist or
Mhm.
design or something like that. I could sit on YouTube for hours and watch makeup
Yeah.
tutorials. So that's just kind of like a natural born love that I have. And my daughter, my oldest daughter, actually, she dances. She was doing competitive dance.
Mhm.
So I started doing the girls' makeup just to give like a more uniform look. And
Yeah.
from there, I'm like, well, mom started asking me like, oh, I have an event to go to. Do you think you
Hmm.
could do my makeup? So I'm like, if you,
Hmm.
same thing with the bracelets. If people are
Hmm.
asking me, maybe my service is that good that I could launch it as a business. And so that's what I started doing. That's
Oh,
how I
that's
did it.
dope. I love that. That's dope. I love
Yeah.
it. Do you do you think that with your daughters, so do you have more than one daughter or how many daughters do you
So I have two daughters and then I
have?
have a son. My oldest daughter is 13. My youngest daughter is 3, and then the newborn is my son.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
with your daughters, do you think that giving them that platform to kind of, or really just see you kind of thrive in your passions and take that chance is something that you want to teach them? Or do you want them to be kind of more structured and go towards school or a trade or things of that nature? What is your idea on raising them in that mindset?
Well, in the mindset, I just want them to go and reach for whatever they want to do, whether that's school, whether that's dance, whether that's cheer, whatever they want to do, I'm going to be there to support them. Yes, of course, in everything you have to have some structure. Even the most free-spirited person has to have, some kind of idea of where they're going. So I definitely do want to instill that in them to set goals and reach for their goals. Sometimes you're going to get knocked back down, but to get up and keep on going. So that, yes, definitely I will instill that in them, and also to be independent. I think that's important to teach our girls as well. Yes, you are independent. You can do for yourself, but also let other people in and help you as well, because I think sometimes we miss that part. Like, yes, I'm independent, I can do it on my own, but you still need people around you, to help you. You
Yeah.
still need to be able to ask for help when you need it. So definitely I'm going to instill that in them.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so this question wasn't on the list I sent you, but I am curious now. So, with women, something that I've learned about myself, my mom, single mom, grandma, single mom, everyone around me was. And I
Mm.
learned when I got married, the single mom mentality that was in me on that not wanting help, really, literally doing everything on my own, even if I knew I was struggling, and learning how to kind of break that cycle. Do you think that that is something? Obviously, I don't know if you were with a single mom, I don't know, but
I
I am
was.
curious. Oh, you were? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So this
Yeah.
question, how did you in guess have that experience, or how did you break that, or what are your thoughts on
What you're saying, I definitely can relate to. I think it's how we talk about like that generational curse.
that? Hmm.
Like when you're born into a single mother family like that, I think that's just instilled in her kids because you see what your mom went through. So you try to be independent as well because you don't want to be like, as you're getting older, you don't want to be a burden on your mom, like another load on your mom. So you learn how to be independent. And it's something that I struggle with even now. I have a partner, but it's hard for me to ask, for help. I get overwhelmed. He can tell that I get overwhelmed. He's like, just ask me for help, but it's not that easy. It really is hard,
Yeah.
to ask for help. But I'm learning now, especially with having another, child, like you have
Hmm.
to ask for help. It's okay. It doesn't make you weak to
Mm.
ask for help. I actually think it makes you stronger that you're identifying, your feelings and that you can say, look, this is a little bit too much
Yeah.
and I do need help. I think that's a strength that we should look at and, not look at it as a weakness, as asking for help. And I think sometimes society puts that on us as Black
Hmm.
women. Like,
Mm.
you have to be strong.
Yeah.
You can't cry. You don't want to let the next person, or especially the next female, see you when you're
Yeah.
down. But I really don't think it should be like that. We should be able to have a sisterhood to lean on each other when we need help.
Mm. I
And
know
let
that's
our
right.
men in. We gotta let our men in because we complain like our men don't help us. They don't do this. They don't do that. But
Hmm.
also we have to take accountability because we're so strong. We don't want to let them in. So we have to kind of work on breaking those walls down as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, I know that's right because
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen This Is Us, that show on Netflix.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So there's a black lady. She's married, obviously, to her husband. And there's a scene where they're arguing, but he's basically alluding to her being heartless. And me and my husband actually talked about it. And I was like, I think the idea is in society, they always show when us as black women are trying to maintain our composure, maintain our strength. But just because we don't put it on the outside or show society or show the world that we do hurt, or we are holding so much pain on our shoulders, it doesn't mean we're heartless. It just means that there is a certain standard that society sees in us and expectations that we have to maintain. And
Right.
as your partner, you want them to be able to see that, no, I'm not heartless. No, I'm not strong all the time. Or no, I do need help. Just because I don't say it doesn't mean that you can't learn my routines and be like, all right, I know at this time of the day,
Right.
I need to step in. And I think that as Black women, we do, like you pointed out, we do need to say it more. We do need to stop trying to take on the world because it was put on us, and be okay with being vulnerable and showing that I'm tired, and
Mhm.
I thought that scene was interesting, and it came up in this conversation. All right. Obviously, I don't want to keep you because I know you have your baby, but one more question. I wanted to focus on our kids, right? So we know that the world is constantly changing from my mom's generation, my generation, my son's generation. They have so many things that they're going to have to encounter. And I'm
Mhm.
curious, how have you been combating it? Like, even working in the school, when I was there, I saw some things and I'm just like, my kids never coming here. How do you combat that when you are raising your own kids?
Well, I think transparency is going to be
Mm-hmm.
your biggest friend. Like, and it's crazy because I was just talking about this the other day. Like, we have to beat society in telling our children and exposing our children before society teaches them.
Mm-hmm.
So, because they have everything at their hands. I mean, Google, they can literally just type in Google and everything will pop up. So I think as a parent and especially with my teenager, I'm very transparent with her.
Mm-hmm.
Anything, I keep the door open. She knows if she wants to talk to me about anything, she can come to talk to me about anything. It's not going to be a weird thing like weirded
Mm-hmm.
out or anything. I'm here to assist you. That's what I'm here for. So that's how I'm navigating parenthood, by just being transparent. Even with the smaller kids, people think that because kids are small we can't have conversations with them. We can't have, we of course we have to break those conversations down, but we can start having those conversations because I teach 4-year-olds, and
Mm-hmm.
they're noticing like people are not the same, families are different, like this person might have two moms, two dads. So we have to start having the conversations with them, so and being open with them so that they know before
Mm-hmm.
society exposes them to that.
Mm-hmm.
So my number one thing for parenting is just to be transparent with your children and to talk to them, have those open conversations with them, and be open minded.
I like that. I definitely like that. I think that's the first time I've heard that. And I think that that's definitely a good way to approach it. My husband's similar. He's like, we're just going to tell
Mm-hmm.
him and see how he deals with it. And I'm like, you're right. I'd rather,
Right.
like you
Yeah.
said, I'm the only one that's going to know what he needs to know, how it should be said, as opposed to, like you said, society just throwing out whatever's profitable at the time. And that's
Mm-hmm.
definitely important. All right. So obviously, I want to make sure I close with getting your information. How can we get in touch with you, get your products, all of it?
So I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook. It's Beat It by Tori, Beaded by Bytorre. And if you want to start following my beauty page, it's Beauty by Tori. So beauty, BY, and then TORRE.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. I will definitely make sure I put that in the description box. And it'll also be on our website. You'll have your own little section with your background, your picture, and all your links so they can go ahead and view everything you have. Um, Obviously, I want to say thank you. Ooh, almost knocked it down. I want to say thank you so much, Tori, for coming on and talking with me. When you get everything situated with your beauty page, if you want to come back, I am so in love. I would love to do it and we can talk
Okay.
more about it. really everything you have going on. I want to make this a thing and really just expand it beyond just the one interview. Um,
Okay.
but do you have any final advice or pieces of things that you would like to share with the audience?
Just we just got to stick together as women, create a sisterhood. If you have women around you, just make sure you check in on them. I know life is crazy, but I try my best to check in on my friends weekly just to make sure, that they're okay.
Mhm.
And the same thing, they do the same thing for me. So I think for 2024, we just need to check in more on our friends, our family, to make sure that there are, because times are times are difficult, now. So that's the advice I would give.
Oh, I love it. Again, I appreciate you. You guys already know, make sure that you visit our page, go check out her pages, shop with her, do everything you possibly can to support this amazing CEO. Our goal is to do this every Wednesday, and you already know every Saturday we will be back here for the Just Jason topics. Of course, make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications, like, share, comment this video so we can make sure we build that sisterhood, on all of my pages. That's what we're trying to do, get as many women with different professions and goals that we possibly can to basically build our contact information. That's very important. But as always, I appreciate you. I look forward to another video. This is just Jasa. Bye.